Hey everybody, it's Astro D, where I throw some flavor and simplicity onto astrology and love and relationships. That's my specialty. I hope you are doing well, and I want to thank you very much for coming to this video on the moon through Synastry Houses, okay? Now, I'm sure if you have been following my Synastry series, you are like, D, what the hell? Why are you just doing the moon now? I am sorry, okay? But I was kind of bored by it. I really was. I was like, damn, I mean, what can I say? I mean, what is emotions and stuff? It's just emotions. But no, it's not just emotions, okay? It's more than that. The moon is our past, our roots, our history, where we come from, the depths of our soul, is from the moon. And yes, our emotions. Kind of like your emotions lead your thoughts as well. So it's close to what you're thinking as well. It operates on a level of Mercury in some ways, So it is an interesting and useful, it's very important, the moon through Synastry Houses, okay? And if you don't know what Synastry is, make sure you check out my previous Synastry videos where I talk about the moon through Synastry and, I talk about other planets through Synastry. This freaking light is giving me a headache. I done did a whole bunch of videos tonight. So yeah, I'm exposing myself. I had to though, Been very, very busy. As you all know, Astro D is also an actress by the name of Diarisha Mac. You can see my work on Jessica Jones, HBO's Random Acts of Flyness, High Maintenance, Luke Cage, you could catch me on. And no, I'm not a superstar yet, but I'm working very, very hard. And you'll also catch my latest short film that I just did. So I'm rambling on and on and on, but I'm getting back to the moon through houses. Check out my previous video on all the planets through houses. Check out my video on what is Synastry. And I even break down some individual houses on one long video. So you should have a lot of fun and learn a lot here. So check out this video to the end and learn about moon through all houses, because you will meet somebody that has been in one of these houses. So, moon in the first house. The moon in the first house denotes a close connection here. A close connection, more feeling from the moon person when they're next to the house person. The moon person wants to take care of them physically, right? Might not be active in it as well as Mars might be, but the moon's emotions can affect the physical body of the person. The house person feels connected to the moon person physically they feel connected through their emotions. So like I said, through the ebbs and flows of their emotions, they affect their physical body. So when that moon person is angry, it may give the house person goosebumps, And when they are going through an emotional turmoil, they might get pains in their stomachs as well. The house person, the physical person, like I said, they are affected physically by their presence and their display of emotional love and comfort, especially comfort, their displays of it. The moon person may want to constantly bring comfort to the first house person physically, physical comfort to them. Food. Want something to eat, baby. Want to make you some food. All right. So moon in the second house, even more so. This is really about food here. This is what we eat. the second house, so here, moon in the second house. This second house person may find value in how they nurture. I don't know, this is really random, but maybe because they're so caring, they may want to start a nursing business or a health business. Or a home for the elderly, because they know how to take care of people, depending on how that moon is aspected. They may find that when they make good cookies, those cookies need to be commoditized, make some money off them cookies. They are good. And that person may, find value in how they're bringing comfort to them, right? Through cooking or through, just petting or whatever they do, the moon person. Or the moon person's display of emotions. They can bank on it. Whatever falls in your second house, you can bank on it depending on how it's aspected from that other person. Moon in the third house, because the third house is one of those places like the moon is like, crickets, damn. All right, so anyway, with the moon in the third house here, you do have something. You have an intellect here. This is a connection from intellect to emotions here. Now, this moon person may feel some type of way about the skills, or you may develop better emotional skills. Third house person through the moon, better ways of relating, maybe better ways of relating to your siblings through that moon person coming into your third house. All right, they may teach you how to express yourself, right? Maybe through some type of writing or speaking. Maybe express yourself in some type of way that is more softer, right? To go about moving in a softer way as well. To go about exerting your efforts in a more softer way, right? More feminine way, because the moon is a feminine planet. You might find yourself a little more feminine in your expression when that moon person comes into your third house. Moon in the fourth. Oh, this is very nice. I think this is a very nice place. The moon feels at home in the fourth house. So you two both feel very much at home with each other. You know, that fourth house is like, come on in, you know. So they just come up in the house and they're ready to cook. They got their own apron. They're throwing stuff on. They're cleaning stuff up. You know, they're just nurturing and bringing love in there. They're loving on you. Wanting to talk to your mom and stuff. They're on the phone with your mama when you come home from work. And you're like, oh my God. You know, this is a very soft energy coming into the house, a nurturing, soft energy. Now, hey. Not all the time it's nurturing and soft. You don't want a poor moon. You don't want a depressed moon coming into your home. All right, because now they're bringing these things up within you. So this is tough. You want to make sure wherever these moons are that they're well aspected, because you'll get the higher or the lower vibration, and maybe some things in between. You know what I mean? Moon in the fifth house. I believe this person would definitely encourage children. This is a flow of taking care and nurturing of the creative arts and of children. A lot of kids around, you know, just outpouring it, you know, and they have an emotional affinity towards your children as well, very close to them. You know, want to mother your children. They want to mother as well, and you want to mother them, right? As they're your child. That moon in the fifth, right? And it's, you know, it doesn't have to be, especially if it's a romantic thing, you know, just have a good time. Just have a lot of fun, you know. You think it's, and I know it sounds weird, but it might be funny how they express themselves. Their emotional displays are hilarious to you. They may be a comedian. So, you know, they may be funny, like, I'm so sad, and it's hilarious because they're doing that on purpose. So, I mean, you know, that's moon in the fifth, moon in the sixth house. All right, this is going to be careful because, you know, the disruptions of the moon can affect your health. They can affect your routines, which is kind of funky. You know, you don't want, the moon is flowy, right? And the sixth house, that's a Virgo house. That house wants to be earthy and steady, right? That house wants to be on point. Now, Virgo does want to care, does need care. So the moon can provide nurturing care to the health, to, you know, the habits, the daily habits of life, you know, that they need someone to help them make their food, or you know, just show them that they are supported and they're safe within what they're doing. And that's that moon in the sixth house, not for that sixth house person, you know, make them more secure with these things. And then on the other end, we're talking emotional disturbances and stuff. This person could make you sick mentally. Or you make them, you know, something that you're doing consistently every day could kind of disturb them in their moon. Depends on the aspects, though. Uranus hitting the moon is nasty. Uranus hitting the moon in the sixth house, that's funky here, you know, and it is squaring the moon in the sixth. So now we're dealing with that. Now we go to the moon in the seventh house. So this is an affinity. This is a wanting to be connected when they express themselves. The more that they show their emotional side to you, the more you're like, whoa, I want that. I think I want you to, you know, I feel safe with you as my partner, and I think we should connect. Or you feel safe with them in a business deal, doing business with them, because you feel a nurturing trust almost. The safety of mother, this moon person can bring in the seventh house, feel supported. The moon in the eighth house. Moon in the eighth is a very deep, deep house here, you know. Moon in the eighth house tends to really, you know, this is a therapy session here. this could bring a lot of tears as well, a lot of turmoil. You know, moon in the 8th, moon doesn't really want to be in that kind of dark, mucky place of the 8th house. You know, you might depress this person. Don't let Saturn hit that moon. You know, don't let there be a nasty aspect with that moon being in such a heavy place. You know, they might not be able to handle your trauma. And your 8th house person, as you know, as the 8th house person, the moon might not be able to handle the traumas of the 8th, and it may disturb the moon very much. 8th house person might find the moon is an absorbent planet, right? So the moon person would have to be very careful not to absorb the traumas of the 8th house. Or, like I said, the healing aspects, maybe the 8th house, your 8th house as well, is nice, you know, and everything's good, and you went to therapy all the time, so they're okay. But moon in the 8th, even natally, can be really tough and be very turbulent. So it requires a lot of self-care and meditation and care, just a lot of care. So maybe that moon might help, okay? Moon in the 9th house. You know, the way they display their emotions, you might feel a change in your beliefs. They may move you, right? They may move you to want to think differently about other cultures, about other places, you know, in the world that you can, you know, or other people, how other people live, where you can change how you believe about them, or, I'm sorry, where you can change what you believe about them or what you believe about yourself, what you can do, you know. It's an academic house as well. So they may change the way you feel about schooling, you know, or going back to school or going overseas to go back to school. They may change your feelings about that. But they also say that it's also kind of a boring moon combination, moon in the 9th house. I don't know. I actually did have it with somebody and it does get, I don't know. It was other reasons why I probably got boring. But, you know, you have moon in the 9th house. I think, you know, it's an affinity. You're okay with each other. You know, you believe you could probably trust that person as well. And you know, it's a secure connection here. Moon in the 10th house. I don't think moon is very happy there in the 10th house. You know what I mean? Because, you know, with the moon in the 10th, that person is kind of on display. Their emotions are kind of on display. Like you, in some way, gain your reputation through their emotional display, or even expressing their inner. Like, I guess this is a situation where somebody writes a book about somebody, and through their pain, they've gained success in life. Through that other person's pain that they've exposed, they gain some type of success. So through your expressions, this person could gain, you know, in status, you know, with your sensitivity, or maybe you can just soften them up enough that they can come off as more nurturing and caring in their careers, or want to. Moon in the 11th house. This is about friendships. This is about, does this moon person really, how do they feel about your friendships and how they affect your feelings towards your friends? Okay, does this person make you depressed about how the friends that you have, they make you feel like you have a lot of friends and they're great? Do they make you feel like they're a trusted friend to you? Because even if it's your lover, they got to be your friend. So do you feel trusted? Do you feel like you could trust them? You feel safe with them? You know, they feel like they'll be there for you? That's all, you know, how the moon is aspected. Do they disrupt your friendships by crying in the middle? I don't want to go home. Y'all remember this girl? We would go hang out, me and my friend. And there was this girl that would always come hang out with us in the group. And she would always complain. Like, I think she was jealous of my friend or something like that. Like, my friend wanted her boyfriend or something. Because she would be like, my stomach hurts. I'm like, what? Every single time we went out, her stomach would start hurting and we would have to end the night and he would have to go home or something like that. But I remember that, so it's just that situation, you know, she comes and disrupts through her emotions, start crying and stuff, through the emotional upsets, you know, it affects the group dynamic, your friends, and how your friends see you. Finally, moon in the 12th house can be very, very connecting and spiritual. This person can feel your subconscious. The 12th house is the house of the subconscious. So this person can definitely feel you out, and they can tell when, just taking my time, they can tell when you know, those secrets that you hide from yourself, they feel it, they connect to it. Now this person can use that for good or bad, but 9 times out of 10, hold on one second. Yeah, 9 times out, this person can use that energy for good or bad, but usually it's not too bad with it being moon. If it's a disturbed emotional moon, then that moon could disrupt you. You know, it could be a undoing, self-undoing moon in there that is causing you to be a little too emotional, you know, with your spiritual experience, or I don't want to say too emotional with your spiritual experience. That doesn't make sense. But I guess, like, you know, maybe it's almost like a way of somebody, you can't really feel their emotions out. Their moon is in your place of hiddenness. Like, you can't get them where they're coming from. That's exactly what that moment I just had was. That was a moon in the 12th house. I can't explain it or say it. I feel it though. It's in the back of my head, in my mind. It's a murky place. The moon is going into a mysterious, hidden place, right? You might find yourself meditating with this person or in ashrams with them, especially in the softer ways. You know, Pluto too there, but I think with moon, it's much softer and easier in that sense. Pleasant dreams, and, you know, you might sleep really nicely together as well. So I kept that one real short and real sweet, but I did tell you guys some stuff. It wasn't as boring as I thought it was gonna be. So I hope you like, shared, and subscribed, and you did enjoy this video, because I did enjoy making this video for you. And make sure you follow me on @AstroDeeStars5 on Instagram, and hit me up with any questions, especially in the comments. I will get to it. I read them all because I think you guys are all off the chain. I love how everybody is. There's just this new wave of astrology. I did not, like I said, I didn't have a goal to be a YouTube astrologer. I was trying to get famous on YouTube. I didn't, that's not my way. That's my goal. But I do love talking about astrology, and I love how excited it gets everybody. I love how my readings, you know, help change people's lives and help people, you know, change how they view relationships to get into better relationships. So I wish everyone watching, I wish you watching a good week, and I wish you empowerment, and take care.